Well, my experience with Dr. Huettner was coming in for a consultation, which was really easy, and she made me feel very comfortable and made me feel very secure. And her staff was amazing. They helped with my insurance. They arranged for a time that worked for me, definitely worked with my schedule. I highly recommend her. I had a breast reduction done by Dr. Huettner. I was having a lot of neck pain, and I'd already had a surgery on my neck, and I didn't want to keep going down that road. So I went in, and she walked me through what the procedure would be. She made me feel very confident that she would do a good job, and she did a great job. So the reason that I went in for a breast reduction was I have a pretty small frame and I had large breasts, and it was giving me back and neck pain. And I'd been dealing with that for several years. So finally I decided that it was the right thing to do to have the breast reduction. So it gave me a lot of relief, and my back is certainly feeling better. And Dr. Huettner did a great job, and they look really good. So the reason that I chose Dr. Huettner is I had read some reviews, and it was important to me to have a woman do the surgery. So I did some research on her, and then after I met with her, I realized that she was really going to be the right fit. My results are fantastic. The recovery time was very easy for me. Dr. Huettner did a really great job. She explained to me everything that was going to happen, and that's exactly what did happen. She didn't use drains on my surgery for my breast reduction, so that made it easier for me to recover. I live alone, and so I had some help from friends, of course, but I was able to care for myself very easily right after the procedure. And then the follow-up was very in depth, and she was there whenever I had any questions, and her staff was really lovely, and she did a really good job creating smaller, even, really good looking breasts for me. So I would recommend this practice to friends and family, and in fact I already have. And so I have a friend that's going to see Dr. Huettner just for the same procedure that I did, because she saw my results and she heard what I had to say about my experiences, and she decided to do that as well. So after the procedure, I had to go back in a few days later for follow-up, and then maybe a couple of weeks later, we did virtual meetings a couple of times, but I had a lot of access, very easy access, not only to Dr. Huettner, but to her staff to answer questions about any concerns that I had, but they're very accommodating. And so I've been back, I've had the surgery maybe a year ago, and I've been back several times for aftercare, and every time I felt really good about the decision that I'd made, and really good about the way that she and her staff treated me. After the surgery, I went home with bandages. My pain level was not very high, actually. I don't really remember having much pain at all. I'm so happy that I did it. You know, it's one of those things that I probably should have done sooner. I was living with pain for a long time, but who wants to have surgery? But I had such a great experience with Dr. Huettner. I'm really glad that I did it. It relieved pain for me, and also I came out looking fantastic. So one thing that I wish that I had known earlier was just how easy it was going to be to work with the surgeon, and that there was a practice that paid such close attention, and I would have such great follow-up care. I really felt like the whole team there did a really good job of addressing any issues that I had, any concerns, from the very beginning, from the first time I walked in. So I was just disarmed immediately of any thoughts that I had about the intensity of things and whether or not I was going to have support. So I would say I wish that I had understood that a little earlier, and I don't think that the procedure would have felt like it was going to be such a huge deal as it did until I walked into this practice and I saw, okay, I'm going to be in really good hands and they know what they're doing.